You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, let's talk about somebody we have not talked about in about a month, maybe. Somebody that went to viral for all the wrong reasons. He went viral multiple times. He is, let's just keep it real, the Shedeur Sanders of this year of the 2026 National Football League draft. He's somebody that's got a cult-like fan base. He's somebody that, ran his mouth about the Heisman voters. We all know he said F them. He's got quite the mouth on him and quite the ego. Well, as predicted, what he also does not have, actually, is size. Size. We've got a little Dylan Gabriel kind of action going on here. Because Tiny Tim, also known as Diego Pavia, he's at the Senior Bowl this week. And let's just start here, all right? He's made some comments, and we'll get to him defending his height or lack thereof. All right, let's start with this. Let's start with this award-winning pass right here. This is Senior Bowl practice.
Will be asked to do so when they get
high school level.
There we go.
Sure, wherever.
He's got what?
And an incompletion there with a flag out.
Yeah, interesting. So let me go to the front of this because he does make what people are labeling the pass of the day, and I'm not going to be an asshole and not show it. Here it is right here. Nice deep pass along the right sideline. Got to tell you, there's some receivers at this draft, at this Senior Bowl. Senior Bowl's, in my opinion, always worth watching. I always watch it. Dak Prescott, I can tell you, you can see guys at the Senior Bowl, and the Senior Bowl will do a couple of things for you. The Senior Bowl will fully expose a guy if he has true NFL potential. Dak Prescott, you could tell immediately. You were like, oh, he's completely comfortable with NFL concepts, and he's going to be a starter in the National Football League. I made that call pretty right. Kirk Cousins back in the day, I was like, oh, okay, this guy's an NFL starter. Well, we know how that's turned out. Justin Herbert, another guy that just popped. And you were like, okay, I gotcha. So, and the guy to watch at this entire situation is Garrett Nussmeier. Diego Pavia telling you he's the best player in the country.
Day one, Senior Bowl practice in the books for you, Diego. How do you feel like today went?
I feel really good. You kind of get to see what some of these guys can do. It's like, oh, I should just throw it up every time. You know what I mean? But yeah, I had an amazing experience here today. That's why I'm here. You know, at the Panini Bowl. Super thankful for Drew bringing me here and inviting me here. And, you know, this opportunity is something that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
What do you hope to prove to scouts, coaches this week when you're out here?
That I'm the best player in the country. You get me, you're going to get someone who's a winner, a competitor, a leader, and someone who doesn't take no for an answer.
What's your offseason been like, just in terms of you wanting to get back on the field and to show people, hey, what you're all about?
I'm a grinder. That's all I've ever known my whole life. I tell this story a lot.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there. So if you're looking for humbleness and humility out of your quarterback, you're not getting into here. I'm the best player in the country. Are you? I can't wait to take a look at your measurables. He is coming out and trying to defend his measurements. Look, when you get to the Senior Bowl, you get exposed real fast because they take all your measurements, right? And this is where you find out how much your college fudged your height. All right? Now, believe it or not, Garrett Nussmeier was actually 6'2". He was listed at 6'1". He was actually an inch taller than they said he was. I think he's look, I like Ty Simpson. I've told you guys this, but the lack of starts, the lack of attempts by Ty Simpson scares the shit out of me. And because of that, I've got Garrett Nussmeier as the clear-cut number 2 best guy in this draft behind Fernando, right? Especially after Dante dropped out. But I got concerns about every quarterback in this thing, to be honest. So, Vanderbilt star Diego Pavia recently made headlines again after his Senior Bowl measurements fell short, literally, of his height listed in the official Vanderbilt bio. Diego Pavia came in at 5'9" and 7/8. Yikes. While his bio claimed that he was 6 foot tall. College football fans were quick to point out the 2-inch plus difference, though many have already assumed Pavia was not being completely truthful to his height when compared to his Heisman photos. Wow. So, that led Pavia to respond to critics. Quote, "My size has been doubted my whole life." He said via LA.com's Greg Stevenson, "I feel like the only thing the NFL cares about is, can you win? I view myself as a winner. I've been fortunate with all these great teams that I've had. We've never had a losing season, so that's something to look forward to. I hope for the rest of my career that's how it's going to be. I feel like God has blessed me in many ways to be a connector, and I feel like that's one of my superpowers that I've got. I can connect. We unite, and then once you unite, you want to play for one another, give 120% effort." He added an extra 10% in there. "There's no one that can stop your team." 3,500 yards, 29 touchdowns in 2025 at Vanderbilt. So, right here, this is the list of QBs. This is NFL Draft Buzz. And you see Fernando, Ty, Garrett. They've actually got Diego as the 6th-ranked quarterback on their board. And they've got him ahead of Trinidad Chambliss, which is actually kind of surprising to me, to be honest with you. And, the one flaw I see with some of these quarterbacks, there's a whole lot of, you got 5'9" and 7/8, 6'1", 6 foot. The height thing worries me. If you're a Browns fan, by the way, you probably ought to be worried that Andrew Berry's going to become infatuated with this guy. I'm not even kidding you. I'm kind of trying to be funny, but I'm kind of not, because Andrew Berry's got a fascination with short players. Dylan Gabriel. They're going to be drafting a quarterback. I've said the one you want to look at is Carson Beck and Todd Monken with the Georgia reconnection. That's something to watch. Diego Pavia, I think he's probably an undrafted guy. But somebody could take a flyer on him in the 6th or the 7th. But his height is an issue, a major issue. And I'm just letting you know, social media ran amok on his ass once his actual height emerged. People, all the little mini-me's from Austin Powers, you name it, anything to do with short height emerged on Diego Pavia. People are not going to show this guy any mercy after he showed his ass after the Heisman. Nah, you're not getting no mercy, bro. You can forget that. It's been ego, and still is. We saw it with Shadur Sanders. That turn, we know, we've seen over time. NFL teams don't give a damn if you got an ego at any position except quarterback, and they do care a hell of a lot about it. If you got an ego at quarterback, that's trouble for you. Every guy's confident. Everybody's got a little ego, but if you got that boisterous, over-the-top kind of ego, No, NFL teams hate it at quarterback. They loathe it at quarterback. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.